Hey guys, this is Usha from Pro Programmer. In this free ethical hacking course, you will learn all about ethical hacking with loads of live hacking examples to make the subject matter clear. So it is recommended you prefer these hacking tutorials sequentially one after the other. So if we ask someone, what should I know to become an ethical hacker? Nothing. This hacking tutorial is an absolutely beginner guide to learn hacking. Firstly, what is hacking? Hacking is the activity of identifying weaknesses in a computer system or in a network to exploit the security to gain access to personal data, or we can say business data. Let's take an example of that. So computer hacking can be using password cracking algorithm to gain access to a computer system. Nowadays, computers have become mandatory to run a successful business. It is not enough to have isolated computer systems, they need to be networked to facilitate communication with external businesses. So, this leads to the fraud nets like fraud, privacy invasion, or stealing corporate or banking information, so on. So, cyber crimes cost many organizations millions of dollars every year. So businesses need to protect themselves against such attacks. Have you heard about deadly Vanna crime ransomware attack? The attack happened in May 2017 and then it spread across the world within a day. More than 230 computers were infected across 150 countries. The unaccumulated crypto worm. So encrypted the data and locked the users out of their system for decryption of data. The users were asked for a transfer of $300 to $600 in Bitcoin. The users who used the unsupported version of Microsoft Windows and those who hadn't installed the security update of April 2017 were targeted in this attack. Before we learn hacking, let's look at the introduction of hacking and some of the most commonly used terminologies in the world of hacking. So, who is hacker? A hacker is a person who finds and exploits the weaknesses in a computer system or a network to gain access. So, hackers are usually skilled computer programmers with knowledge of computer security. So, let's see the types of hackers. Now let's have a look at three different types of hackers. So first one is an black hat hackers. So black hat hackers are individuals who illegally hack into a system for monetary gain on a contrary. We have white hat hackers who exploit the vulnerability in the system by hacking into it with permission in order to defend the organization. This form of hacking is absolutely legal and ethical. Hence, they are also often referred to as ethical hackers. So, the next one is grey hat hackers. The name only suggests that color grey is a blend of both white and black. These hackers discover vulnerability in a system and report it to the system's owner, which is good act. But they do this without seeking the owner's approval. Sometimes grey hat hackers also ask for money in return for the spotted vulnerabilities. And next one is script kiddies, a non-skilled person who gains access to a computer system using already made tools. So these types of hackers we called as script kiddies. So the next one is hacktivist. Hacktivist is a hacker who use hacking to send social, religious and political etc. messages. So this is usually done by hijacking websites and leaving the message on the hijacker website. Now that you have seen the different types of hackers, right? Let's understand more about hacking that is legal and valid ethical hacking through an interesting story. Jack runs a trading company. He does online training with the money. His customer invest everything was going well and Jack's business was booming until a hacker decided to hack the company's servers. The hacker stole the credentials of various trading accounts. He asked for lump sum amount in exchange for the stolen credentials. Jack took the hacker's word slightly and he didn't pay the hacker. As a result, the hacker withdrew money from various customers' accounts and Jack was liable to pay back the customer's amount. And Jack lost lots of money and also the trust of his customers. So after this incident, Jack gave a lot of thought as to what could have gone wrong with the security infrastructure in his company. He wished there was someone from his company who could have run a test attack to see how vulnerable systems were before the hacker pretended into the network. This was when he realized he needed an employee who thinks like a hacker and identifies the vulnerability in his network. To do this job, he hired an ethical hacker named as John. John was a skilled professional who worked precisely like a hacker. In no time, he spotted several vulnerabilities in Jack's organization and closed all the loopholes. Hiring an ethical hacker helped to Jack protect his customers from further attacks in the future. This in turn increased the company's productivity and broadened the company's reputation. So now you know hacking is not always bad. So John and this scenario exposed the vulnerability in the existing network, and such hacking is known as an ethical hacking. Ethical hacking is distributed into 6 different phases. Let us look at these phases step by step. With respect to John, our ethical hacker will act before launching an attack. The first step John takes is to gather all the necessary information about the organization system that he intends to attack this step, and he uses tools like Nmap and hping for this purpose. John then tries to spot the vulnerabilities, if any, in the target system using tools like Nmap. Now that he has located the vulnerabilities, he then tries to exploit them. This step is known as gaining access. After John makes his way through the organization networks, he tries to maintain his access for future attacks by installing backdoors in the target system. Hence, John is a brilliant hacker. He tries his best not to leave any evidence of his attack. So this is the fifth phase, clearing tracks. We now have the last phase, that is reported in this phase. So John documents a summary of his entire attack, the vulnerabilities he spotted, the tools he used, and the success rate of the attack. Looking into the report, Jack is now able to take a call and see how to protect his organization from any external cyber attacks. Don't you all think John is an asset to any organization? If you want to become an ethical hacker like John, then there are few skills that you need to acquire first and foremost. You need to have a good knowledge of operating environments such as Windows, Linux, Unix, and Mac. And you must have reasonably good knowledge of programming languages such as HTML, PHP, Python, SQL, and JavaScript. Networking is the base of ethical hacking. Hence, you should be good at ethical hackers should be well aware of security laws so that they don't misuse their skills. Finally, you must have a global certification on ethical hacking to successfully bag a position of an ethical hacker like a John. The average annual salary of certified ethical hacker is $91,000 in the US and approximately rupees 7 lakh in India. And put an end to the cyber attacks in the world. We hope found this informative and helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, and thank you for watching. Stay tuned for next tutorial.